Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a secret superpower that's been hiding inside every single Google Sheet you've ever used. Seriously, we're about to turn those static tables into smart, automated machines. Okay, let's jump right in. You know that feeling, right? You're copying and pasting, formatting this column, then the next one, doing the same tedious clicks over and over again every single day. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, then you are in exactly the right place, because there is a much better way. And that better way is called Google Apps Script. Now, don't let the word script scare you. This isn't some complex coding language that needs a computer science degree. Just think of it as the secret language your spreadsheet already speaks. It's a tool that's built right in, and it lets you write simple instructions to automate all that boring stuff and save yourself a ton of time. So where does all this magic happen? Well, it's actually hiding in plain sight, in a little place called the script editor. Let's go find it. This part is incredibly easy. Seriously. In any Google Sheet, just go right up to the top menu, click on Extensions, and then choose App Script. And that's it. A new tab pops open, and you're in. There's nothing to install, nothing to download. You've just stepped right into your brand new automation command center. Okay, now that we're in, let's write our very first command. We're going to do the classic hello world of programming. It's a simple way to make sure everything's working and, to see just how easy it is to get this thing to listen to you. Inside the editor, you'll probably see a little bit of text already there. Right inside those curly braces, we're just going to type this one single line, logger.log hello world. All this does is tell our script to write a quick message to its own private notebook. It's basically our way of knocking on the door and seeing if anyone's home.
Now, let's just break this down real quick because it's simpler than it looks. Logger, that's just the script's private notebook. The .log part, that's the command, the action. It just means write this down. And hello world, well, that's the exact message we're telling it to write. See? It's just a clear set of instructions.
So once you save your script and click that Run button, you'll see a panel up here at the bottom. This is the execution log, and right there, you'll see it, hello world. You just wrote your first piece of code and ran it successfully. You told the spreadsheet to do something, and it did it. How cool is that? All right, writing to a log is a great start, but the real power, the game changer, comes from actually interacting with the spreadsheet itself. We need to learn how to read data from a cell and then how to write new data into another cell. Once you get that down, you can automate almost anything. To read data, we basically chain a few simple instructions together. We tell it to look at the spreadsheet app, then get the active sheet we're on, find a specific range like A1, and finally, and this is the key, use the command .getValue. That last part, .getValue, is how you pull information out of any cell you want. And guess what? Writing data is almost the exact same thing. We use that same chain of commands to pick our target cell, let's say B1 this time, but we finish with .setValue instead. And then we just tell it what to write in there. It really is that straightforward. So let's just boil it down. GetValue is for reading, kind of like looking up a fact in a book, and setValue is for writing, like jotting down a new note. Honestly, these two little commands are the foundation for pretty much everything you're ever going to do to automate Google Sheets. Okay, get ready because this is the part that feels like actual magic. We're going to take our script, which lives in this kind of technical editor, and we're going to put it right inside the Google Sheets menu as its own custom clickable button. We pull this off using a special function called onOpening. This is what's known as a simple trigger. It's just a fancy way of saying that any code you put inside this function will automatically run every single time you open this specific spreadsheet. It is incredibly powerful.
So inside that onOpen function, we just use a few simple commands. First, we tell it to get the user interface, the UI. Then we tell it to create a new menu, and we give it a name, like My Custom Menu. Then we add an item to that menu, tell it what the button should say, and which one of our functions to run when someone clicks it. And finally, we just add the whole thing to the UI. And just look at the difference. I mean, this is a huge transformation. You go from having to open a separate, technical-looking editor to run your code to having a clean, simple button right there in the menu where you work. This makes your automation tool accessible to anybody, even if they have no idea what a script is. Now for the final, crucial step. Save your script, go back to your Spreadsheet tab, and just hit that refresh button on your browser. The onOpen function only does its thing when the sheet first loads, so you have to reload it to see the change. And just like that,
you should see your new custom menu appear right at the top. So you've now learned the absolute fundamentals. You know how to find the editor, how to write a command, how to read and write from cells, and how to create a really cool menu. So where do you go from here? Oh, the possibilities are basically endless. You can set up triggers to run a report for you every single morning at 8 a.m. You can have your script automatically fire off emails when a certain value changes. You can connect to other services and pull in live data. You can even create your own custom spreadsheet functions, just like equals sum. And now you can even just describe what you want to an AI like Gemini, and it can help generate the code for you. And all of that brings us to the final and really the most important question. Think about your own work, your own spreadsheets. What is that one boring, repetitive, manual thing you do all the time? The one that makes you sigh every time you have to do it? Because now you have this superpower to automate it. So what are you going to build first?